Good evening. So glad you're joining us tonight for what I have to say may be one of the wildest stories I have ever reported. It's the story of that curious trio, the Oscar-winning actor, the Mexican superstar, and the notorious drug lord known as El Chapo. The three of them heading toward an encounter that, as you'll see, is poised sometimes between the laughable and the lethally dangerous. And there is something to keep in mind about drugs coming into America tonight. When an addict reaches for a shot of heroin or methamphetamine, chances are they are saying hello to the man who brought it here, El Chapo, the man who has been called the most powerful drug lord in the history of the world. You are looking into the eyes of a mystery, the drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Very little is known about him. He is rarely seen. For more than 20 years, El Chapo has been saturating America with debilitating, destructive drugs, and as his empire expands, violence follows. His Sinaloa cartel said to have been involved in thousands and thousands of deaths. The man himself, so dangerous and elusive, no prison can hold him. And so the largest manhunt since Osama bin Laden is underway to find him, when surveillance pictures show someone is about to get there first. Not the police, not the army. Wait a minute, is that the American actor Sean Penn? And who is the woman with him? Can it be the supernova of Mexican television? Actress Kate del Castillo. Her biggest role, Reina del Sur, Queen of the South. She plays Teresa Mendoza, a beautiful and rapacious drug lord. And with her trip to see El Chapo, so many questions. Did she lead to his capture? Why did he take the risk? Did she make deals? Did she take his money? Was it professional or something more? We're here in her home in California to find out.
We're here. Rolling everywhere?
Quiet, please.
She's been living in the midst of furor and scandal, headlines and accusations, and she says she's finally ready to give her answers on TV.
This is the first time that I'm on camera saying the truth.
So what is the message you want to send tonight?
That I am an honorable woman. My family's honorable, and this does not define who I am. I've affected a lot of people, and I want to say I'm sorry.
When we arrive, her family's there. Her dad, a big Mexican TV star. Your parents were just here.
Yes, and I am so sorry that I put my entire family through it. Because that was not that was not the point. I didn't know that this was going to happen.
So what did happen? How on earth did this whole strange, explosive saga begin? In a sense, with her, the woman admired in Mexico for being so outspoken and impulsive.
It's ready to go. That's good.
The Spanish word, audaz, audacious. She likes motorcycles, race cars.
Del Castillo picks up a position.
And holding her own with the boys. Tequila.
Tequila.
She has her own tequila brand called Honor. But one fateful night, she says, she was sitting at her computer and decided to free associate about her philosophy of life. She provocatively takes on the Catholic Church for making women feel guilty about their sexuality.
I have deep pain, I have sex, I have dreams, fantasies, desires.
She attacks the reigning government of Mexico for corruption while so many people suffer. And then, in one sentence, she lights a fuse that will create an explosion. She says, unlike the government, at least the #1 crime boss in the country is not a hypocrite.
Today, I believe more in El Chapo Guzman than in the government.
She urges the drug lord to turn his power for good.
Come on, Don. You would be the hero of heroes. Let's traffic with love. You know how to. Life is a business. The only thing that changes is a merchandise, right?
And that last line is one every TV viewer in Mexico would recognize.
La vida es un negocio. Lo único que cambia es la mercancía.
It's what her character says on Queen of the South. Teresa Mendoza.
Teresa Mendoza, yes.
Yes.
And then I said, oh, this looks really nice. I'm going to treat it. And I finished my glass of wine and went to sleep, of course, not knowing what was going to happen.
She's now working in Hollywood. It's not easy to get big parts.
I need to create my own things because I'm not gonna wait for Steven Spielberg to call me, you know. And life goes really fast, and of course I'm on my 40s, so it doesn't get any easier. But I need to start with a big project so I can grab attention from the big people in Hollywood.
And one day, she gets a call.
There's these people that are calling you for a big Hollywood movie.
She calls back and learns the identity of the person answering her prayers. It's the lord of the drug trade, El Chapo Guzman.
And they said, no, we are Joaquin Guzman Loera's lawyers. And I was in shock. I was in shock.
But she decides to fly to Mexico to have a secret meeting with his lawyers who know all about her tweet mentioning Chapo's name. What's the first thing they said to you?
Bienvenida, señorita.
Yeah. After that.
And they say, well, Señor Guzman wants you to do a movie about him. He wants to give you the rights of his life. And I was, why me? Why me? I mean...
And why you? Why?
And they say, well, because he is a fan of yours. He loved your character in La Reina del Sur, but he loves your family. He knows your family are honorable family. And you tell the truth, you're brave. And I'm like, well, yeah, but we have to know exactly what he wants to say in that movie because I'm not saying any lies, you know? We all know who he is. I'm not doing a romantic comedy about the guy.
She says she's not sure if she'll produce a documentary or a movie that is tough and gritty like the biopic American Gangster.
Either you're somebody or you're nobody. Be right back.
But she tells the lawyers she'll finance it legitimately. Not a penny from him.
Not a penny from him. That's, I mean, they asked me, and so do we have to put money? Are we charging for the, and I'm like, no.
But I can hear someone saying, okay, he's not giving you money, but he's giving you something that will earn money for you.
I don't see it like that, Diane. There's a movie of Chapo, there's The Godfathers, there's all these movies talking about these drug lords.
Right, but your first reaction is not, oh my gosh, this is a $3 billion criminal enterprise. I am entering into a world in which I don't have bearings, first of all, and I could end up making common cause with one of the world's greatest criminals.
I know, and I totally understand that, but I'm an actor, and I'm not the first one that has risked a lot of things to go and have a good story.
Is there anyone so repellent, so destructive, not going to find out who Hitler really was, not going to find out who Pol Pot really was?
As an actor and a filmmaker, I cannot say no. You know, it's a big opportunity to have, for the first time, someone tell his story, being alive, being the biggest drug lord. I'm just an actor that wanted a great story. Yes, selfish probably, but a great story that will help us understand the organized crime. That was it.
And since he's asked her to meet him, she'll learn more about what he has to say.
And it was, for me, it was really secure because he was in jail.
That's true for the moment. El Chapo is in prison. But as you're about to see, this Houdini will soon make one of his great escapes. He races off to his secret and dangerous mountains, and where he goes, she's about to follow.